Hello everyone, welcome back to the lecture series of convex set and convex function. In last lecture we have seen what is convex function and how we can identify that the function is convex or concave by using graphical as well as mathematical model method. Now we will see that if f is twice differentiable, then how we will see function is convex or not. So before studying twice differentiability of a convex function, we will see that the definiteness of symmetric matrix H. So a symmetric matrix H of order n into n is said to be positive semi-definite if xthx is greater than equals to 0 for all x belonging to Rn. It will be negative semi-definite if xthx is less than or equals for all x belonging to Rn. Similarly, it will be positive definite if this inequality and for negative definite holds a strict inequality. X should not be equals to 0. If they are strictly unequal, if it's greater than 0 then it is positive, if it's less than 0 it's negative definite. Okay, so let's discuss this by a few examples. Now suppose we have this matrix H. H is 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. It's a symmetric matrix which is of order 2 into 2. So now let us find xthx. Since this is of order 2 matrix, 2 into 2, so xt will be x1 x2 and h is 1 minus 1 minus 1 1 and x is x1 x2. When we multiply these three, okay, let's first multiply these two. What you will get? x1 x2, 1 into x1 is x1, minus 1 into x2 is minus x2, similarly minus x1 plus x2. Okay, now when you multiply these two you will get x1 minus x2 plus x2 minus x1 plus x2, which will be x1 square minus x1 x2 minus x1 x2 plus x2 square, which is nothing but x1 minus x2 whole square. So square of any number will be greater than 0 or equals to 0 for all the x in R2. So we can say that this matrix H is positive semi definite. This must be positive strict greater than 0. However, this is greater than equals to 0. There are non-zero where it holds or and equals to 0. So therefore it is not positive definite. However, it is a positive semi-definite. Now we take another example. You take identity matrix of 2 into 2 order. Okay, 1 0 0 1, and when you take xtax, which will be again x1 x2, a is 1 0 0 1 and x1 x2. So multiply these two terms, you will get, if you will see, x1 0 multiply with x2 is 0, similarly x2. When you multiply them you will get x1 square plus x2 square. So this term will always be greater than 0 for all the x in R square. This will be equals to 0 only when both of these terms are 0. Okay, so it's strictly greater than 0, therefore this matrix is positive definite matrix. So now from these definition you can easily see that if a matrix H or A is positive semi-definite, if H is positive semi-definite, and then minus H will be negative semi-definite, because when you multiply both the sides with negative, then minus H will definitely negative semi-definite. Similarly, H is positive definite, then minus H will be negative definite, because this inequality is also holds. If I take it negative on both the side, so note that a symmetric matrix is negative semi-definite or negative definite if negative of that matrix is positive semi-definite or semi-definite respectively. Now how we can check whether the given matrix is positive definite, positive semi-definite or negative semi-definite? So we have two tests. First is eigenvalue test, and now since given matrix is real and symmetric matrix, so we know that if matrix is real and symmetric matrix, then all its eigenvalues are real. So it is of order n into n. This means that it will be having n number of eigenvalues, lambda 1, lambda 2 till lambda n, and all will be real. Then A matrix is positive definite if and only if all its eigenvalues are greater than 0, strictly kept in 0. You find all the eigenvalues of real symmetric matrix A. If all the eigenvalues are greater than 0, then we say that it is positive definite. It will be positive semi-definite if and only if its all eigenvalues are greater than or equals to 0. Similarly, negative definite if all its eigenvalues are strictly less than 0, and negative semi-definite if and only if all the eigenvalues are less than or equals to 0. Okay, now indefinite, the matrix will be indefinite if and only if sum of eigenvalues are positive and sum of eigenvalues are negative. Now finding an eigenvalue always is not a simple task. If we have a matrix of 4 into 4 or 5 into 5 order, then always finding eigenvalue of matrix to check the definiteness of symmetric matrix A is not an easy task. So we have another test also which we call as principal minor test. Now what is that? So first we will understand what is principal minor, and then we go to the test. Then how using this test we can find whether a matrix A is positive or negative definite. So a minor of matrix A of order K is principal minor if and only if it is obtained by deleting K into n minus k rows and n minus k columns. You delete n minus k row and n minus k column from n into n matrix. You got a matrix of order k into k. That determinant of that matrix is called principal minor matrix. The leading minor matrix A of order k is the minor of order k of n by deleting the last n minus k rows and column. We will understand this by an example. Suppose you have a matrix A, 1 2 3 4. So you have to delete n minus k rows from the last rows and column. Now n is 2. Suppose k in this case is either 1 or k is equals to 2. Two cases are possible. So suppose k is equals to 1, so you deleted last one row and one column. So you will left with d1 equal, which d1 means principal minor of order 1, which is 1 in this case. Now when you take d equals to 2, d2 is simply determinant of when you do not delete any row and any column. That means a full matrix, 1 2 3 4. That is nothing but 4 minus 6 is equals to minus 2. So this is how you can find determinant of leading principal minors. Now here delay represent leading principal minor of order k. Suppose you have a matrix B of order 3 into 3. You take any matrix 1 2 3 0 4 2 minus 1 2 4. Okay, any matrix. Suppose you have this matrix. Now suppose you have B matrix. So D1 means start from first element and take some determinant of order 1 into 1. So that is 1 only. Now D2 is simply you start with this element and take the matrix of order 2 into 2 and take the determinant, that is 1 2 0 4, which is equals to 4. Similarly D3 will be of determinant of order 3 into 3 matrix, which is the matrix itself, 1 2 3 0 4 2 minus 1 2 4. So this we can find this will be D3. So that is how we can find out principal, the leading principal minors. Okay. Now finding leading principal minor, how can we check whether a matrix is positive definite or semi-definite or negative definite? So let us see result here, that the symmetric matrix H of order n into n, then matrix H is positive definite if and only if all the leading principal minor for the matrix are strictly greater than 0. It is positive semi-definite if and only if first principal minor D1 is strictly greater than 0 and all the other principal minors are greater than or equals to 0. It will be negative semi-definite if and only if D1 is less than 0, D2 is greater than 0. That means minus 1 to the power n dn is greater than 0, strictly greater than 0. And negative semi-definite if D1 is less than 0, D2 is greater than 0, so such that this quantity is greater than 0. Okay, greater than equals to 0. We have the alternative sign in negative semi-definite, because if matrix A or matrix H is negative definite, that means negative of A, negative of H is positive definite. Okay, so if matrix H is negative definite, this means negative of H is positive definite. And what is determinant of negative of A, negative of H? Negative of h determinant is minus 1 to the power n determinant of h, that we have already know by the property of determinant. Now d1 is of order 1, so it will be negative. So from here we can see for order 1 n equals to 1, d1 is negative. d2 is of order 2, you will put 2, so for that your determinant is positive. Similarly d3, when you substitute n equals to 3, it will again become negative, and so on. Okay, so from here you can conclude that if we have positive definite, that is all the leading principal minors are strictly greater than 0, then for negative definite we have all the alternative signs. So let us try some example based on this. So we take definite of matrix Q. Suppose Q is a matrix 8 4 4 2. Okay, so what will be d1 here? d1 will be 8, which is of order 1 into 1, which is strictly greater than 0. What is d2? d2 is 8 into 2 16, 16 minus 16 is 0, so it is equals to 0. That means by this test we can say that it is positive semi-definite. Okay, because d1 is strictly greater than 0 and d2 is greater than equals to 0, so we can say that matrix Q is positive semi-definite. Now we take another example. Suppose we have a matrix A here. Now what is matrix A? You will see that matrix A is 3 0 3 0 1 minus 2 3 minus 2 8. Now take d1. d1 is leading principal minor of order 1 into 1, which is 3, which is strictly greater than 0. Then find out what is d2. d2 is leading principal minor of order 2, 2 into 2, so determinant is 3 into 1 minus 0 is again 3, which is again strictly greater than 0. And d3 is determinant of full matrix, which is again 3, and it is strictly greater than 0. So all the leading principal minors are strictly greater than 0. This means that matrix A is positive definite. So matrix is positive definite if and only if all the leading principal minors are greater than 0. Okay, so in similar way you can find out if it's a negative definite or negative semi-definite by finding determinant of negative of A. Okay, that we have discussed in last slide also. Okay, so that's all for today's lecture. Thank you.